Yeah, hi. I'm just going to do another quick video based on a posted Facebook earlier where we were talking about the use of the DSM on the mastering bus, basically to put together some kind of demo master which won't scare A&R people too much using the DSM. What I have here is the DSM from yesterday's video using the spectrum capture from that session. And I'm going to try and turn this into something with a controlled dynamic range that's relatively presentable as a kind of demo master. Okay, so I'm going to start the music. Hang on, here we go. Now this is the original track, the original mix on the master bus here. Sounding relatively natural. And we're going to bung in the DSM here, and this is compressing to the spectrum provided by the Sting track that I captured yesterday, and it's giving it a certain air, a certain sizzle, the kind of thing that you'd expect to happen in a mastering session. You're trying to bring out the good parts, trying to make the track stand out somehow. It's kind of doing that, and obviously whoever did the Sting track did a similar job, and we have that spectrum on the screen here now. So it's being compressed. Now in a situation where something's being compressed, obviously if we want to make it more dense, we can bring the decay control down, and it will recover more quickly, and it will fill up the empty spaces more readily. So let's listen to that. Hang on, bring it up a bit.
If I could rewind.
So there's your sort of classic compressed sound, where stuff is filling in the blanks. But with this music, which is relatively slow and relatively relaxed, perhaps that's too much. So I'll put it back down here. If I increase the attack time, more peaks will go through, and it will sound perhaps more punchy, but let's have a listen. And we can hear that happening, and we can also see the overload that it creates. So what we have here is a situation between the amount of peaky action and the limiter action versus the integrity of the overshoots. So somewhere down here is a happy kind of medium. It's not too hard. The return from the compression is not too fast, and it kind of flows with the music somewhat. Let me just restart this. I'll fiddle with it while you listen.
If I could change the world.
Doesn't sound too bad. If I put the knee on, the knee will start to compress before the threshold somewhat, in this case by about 10 dBs, which makes it smoother and less dramatic at the point where compression occurs. It sweetens it somewhat, it's not too bad. So there we go, that's not too bad. Right, now as I mentioned earlier, as I mentioned in the post in fact, the DSM doesn't actually clobber the sound of preceding plugins. Some of what mastering engineers do, of course, is to add warmth and presence. They may have lots of different equipment to do this. They may even have some tubes in some equipment to do this. But we have, I don't have that. I have the inflator, one of my favourite designs from the past. And we're going to try and add some warmth and presence with that. So let's listen to that. You can hear the difference. Now of course the inflator here is set at -3 on the output, the reason being that I'm not looking for a level increase. All the level increase is happening in the DSM, but what I'm looking for is a certain nuance of distortion. And distortion sometimes is nice, if you like it. Well, I do anyway. So there it is, I've got it there. Now what we can do is to start to try and increase levels so that we get something of a reasonable overshoot, a small amount of limiting, not enough to ruin the song, but certainly enough to give it some extra punch. And there we have it. So if we just take this lot out, there's the original track. That's the effect of the inflator. And this is the effect of the DSM. Which is doing, a significant amount of compression. But certainly enough to make it audible on a radio in a normal situation. Now, of course, if I'm doing any real mastering, I want to look also at inter-sample peaks. Inter-sample peaks can be created in the inflator, and it can also be created in the DSM if the HF energy gets larger. And of course what I don't want is stuff that will crack up when it's decoded in people's living rooms on their home systems. So we have this plugin that we made ages ago but never sold, and it decodes inter-sample peaks, and it will try and correct them if they occur by weird and wonderful means, which are too complex to explain here. So we put that in and we look at what we're left with. Okay, let's go back here. Let's restart this. So it's a legal signal, pretty much a legal signal. And that's about it. It's the kind of thing I do quite a lot when I'm doing a demo master for somebody. If I do a real master, I may do much more than that, but generally this kind of works. It's an illustration. Okay, so we'll just listen to it, and I'll switch stuff in and out. You can hear the difference.
With me, so please just turn down the lights and turn on me, 'cause you always turn on me just when I think we're changing sides.
And the original, without this lot, it's a bit dead, but there you go.
If I could rewind, I would for you. If I could take back all the things I do, would you just turn away and don't hear what
I hope it helps. I hope it gives some explanations. It's the sort of thing that I do quite a lot with the DSM, and the way that the DSM has replaced an awful lot of processes that I previously used. I hope it's helpful. Thank you. Bye.